Hey there, Sagittarius. This is Joy with Joy the World, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around you. Friends and subscribers, welcome back. And if you're new to this channel, click that subscribe button, ring the bell. They'll notify you anytime I post new videos. Also, if you find you like the content we provide here at Joy the World, give us that big thumbs up, like, share. Help us get this word out about joy to the world, to the peoples, to make our world a brighter, bolder, and happier place. And for those of you who've given donations, they all puddle up together and they're able me to buy these new decks. Have a vice versa. Take a look at there. Both sides of the story. Isn't that fantastic? That I had the magic, the moon magic and medicine deck. I still have a crystal deck that's on its way in for some reason. Still is not here yet. And I have a smattering more down here. Bringing in new pictures, bit your light. Hey, hey. Joy, we want to step back into the light seers and see what's going on, because we have an urge for some kisses to come on in, some divine union, some favor of heaven, some love here on earth, some lifting of our head, opening of our collarbones. That's about being in trust, complete trust, not just our truth, but our truth being shared with another. Okay? So along with that, on either side of that goddess of the moon, we have these coming in. All right. Gateway, new horizons, expose, contemplation, review, examine, non-action, and transform. You want to talk about new horizons, walking in that state of trust and being exposed, having collarbones open. That's a big step for you. It doesn't seem like it is, because Saggy, you can be very open, very expressive, seeming to move about. But we're talking about collarbones open. Does the inspiration, the high heart being seen, allowing someone to come close into your dream space, all right? And that gives them the power to change things. And that's not normally a place where you like it to be. You're more comfortable, you and Big Daddy Jupiter, navigating that massive energy, the flow, the philosophy tends to stand in the way between you and that person. Kind of also in some Neptune energy moving in through there. But this time it's open, it's exposed, it's seeable, and it's kissable. With those two lips right there. And that says, don't go searching, look within. But it is coming in like this. So it's telling us to take a better look. It's trying to spin itself up, right? You're like, whoa, wait, we don't want to go searching. But it's saying, take a deeper look. Let's take a deeper look. It's interesting that I left these face up, because the bottom of the deck is this. Four of Wands is coming in. I believe it's the card to go right there, because this tambourine, this celebration, this calling into the spirit of this energy of this person, it's literally a portal. It's a portal into this divine wedding tent. Whether it's marriage or not, it's about consummation. It's about the connection, not just sexual consummation, okay? Conjugation, those type of things. It's about getting together. And if somebody, it's in those teal spectrums, it's in the cyan, is coming in through here, of navigating that pattern of truth, that movement of truth, and the empowerment between the two of working this trust and not taxing it, kind of working it. But right here, the star and the empress and that tower. You don't want no tower. Okay, we're just going to leave that on over there, out of the way. So the star and the empress, I'm going to show them to you. This is what you want to know about taking a better look. I think it's like seeing yourself clearly. And knowing here that this trust is coming in because you want to be seen. And now the thing is, we're not ever truly seen except from one like us. And that doesn't mean same. But like brim, in the water, brim see each other. Anything other than a brim, you might be dinner, okay? That type of thing is being of that same energy from the same source, both stars, right? Both stars in here, generous people. People that are used to giving, and not just giving to others in love, but giving to life itself. Building a better life, making our world a better place, having the eye on the prize, which is not just each of y'all too. Okay, now these are both females on the card, but that's irrelevant. It's two people here, and it's having your eye on the prize. And the stars, you're having your own dreams, your own goals, your own purpose that you're living while you're here. But now it's both of you are in search of meaning. okay? And meaning comes from that personal life. Finally getting to that place where the high heart is opening, the collarbones are opening, the book of love is opening, and that trust is coming in. Therefore, that is the divine counterpart. That is that divine relationship. Some of you, it could also be opportunities along with business and work, community connections, familial connections being restored. Talk about over here, a new horizon, but you're wanting another. What's it about? What's in the midst of these waters? Thank you. I'll take the one. And that. You're going to wait. Okay. Midst of these waters, that relationship, why are you waiting right under there? Talk about integrity, long and strong, all day long. This is about commitment. It's about unwavering commitment. Somebody who doesn't change. They're not like a, I can't remember the modern colloquialisms, but really having to do about, somebody who says one thing but means another. It's easy for them to speak and say they'll do it, but they don't follow through. Their actions and their words don't line up. But it's somebody that they have a track record of that. Like they say when you vote, don't just vote for who you think is the best candidate. Because most people are running for office, have served in office at least one step beneath that. And they have a track record. Did they show up to work? Did they actually vote? Did they call in sick? What were their agendas? What did they promise that they were? And what did they end up becoming and following through? So these people have a track record. And not like you go in spying or checking it out, but it'll show. It'll show. It'll show. Okay. So that's that integrity. It'll align. They'll all line up. There'll be no contradictions in what they say. Okay? So don't be a nitpicker listener. Be a keen listener. Be someone who's there to vote like you always have been, but be that keen listener. So here, cooperation is essential for life. It'll go hand in hand, hand in glove, that type of a fit. That type of it's like a locking mechanism, because remember that was a commitment. It gets all locked in, and not like lock blocked, but it's that hand holding. It is that joining, that communion of heart. And you're like, but no wonder you threw the tower over there. You're like, get out of here. I'm done with those sorrows and those old ways. Talk about some moon medicine here. So we have the Ace of Cups. To me, the Ace is the zenith. It is the pinnacle, and it's out of your overflow. You got to a state which you've worked yourself through these phases of the moon, through the phases of life, through the gaining of the wisdom of the knowledge of seeing how life works, about going through its different elements and then coming on back to itself and moving through that and coming on back to itself. That more than wisdom, you have a keen sense of life, and that's what's showing up here, and you come to peace with it. Like it's innate, it's natural for you. Your heart has this beat and this rhythm, especially if you don't get all caught up, even though they're like swirling and gyrating over here all about this tent of love, a consummation. But you notice the portal, the gate isn't centered over that. It's not. It's centered on the light. It's centered on the truth, because it's really the pure white light of the horizon, the dawn of a new day, because that color of sunlight really reminds me of children, like young children, when they're not self-aware. They're aware of others and the earth and love and connection and benevolence and kindness and hopes and dreams, those type of things. When you see them out in the sunlight in that white, springtime or early summer light streaming through their hair, gleaming on their skin, their eyes, their face, and the smiles radiating, that's this energy. That's this energy that you're talking about. This eye could be also for that innocence, that integrity. The return to innocence is what you're talking about with this Ace of Cups, that overflow. That is definitely what that open collarbone trust is about. Look at the fountain flowing here as well. Talk about the restoration of the truth of hope, because the hope really is the high heart. It's about happy, obedient, patient endurance. It means coming through those cycles of the moon, coming through the phases of life, being the observer, being able to release the emotions, those cocktails that can concoct and bend and create misperceptions and misconceptions, things like that get you so far off base that then you have to heal from the healing, that type of a thing. Getting in the space where you can just allow and you can receive, and you can learn, and you can grow. You've been through that process many times, which is why the Empress has shown up here. But there are secret roses of love hidden over here, which is why this card be stashed. So let's look. Let's look, Sagittarius. Stretch, lengthen, and strengthen. But it's coming in like this. It's more like the reward is clearly what I see. So cross the finish line, friend. Cross the finish line. Don't just let this experience of the excuse me, my necklace, my little diamond, about the collarbones opening. Cross the finish line. Make it to the kiss. Make it to the connection. Allow the resonance to occur. Don't fight it off. Don't let this be a baton, that wand, fighting it off. You know, let the communion happen. Let the connection happen. Okay. Because it's going to be in this light, in this vein, in this innocence, that new dawn, that childlike innocence, which is very much the high heart, the hope, the divine trust. Okay? So I want to get a couple cards over here with that Ace of Cups. Three fell out my lap. So this So these become bell bowls, that type of thing. And it always says, you can ring my bell. So you're like, okay, open up what, Joy? I'm going to open up my throne. I'm going to open up my golden permission, my divine self, and saying yes and amen. Come on down, like Bob Barker. You're like, ring, ring, ring. But you see your heart. You know what you choose. Out of it all, out of those, because when you open up, you talk about pursuit, you talk about suitors, you talk about, you know, people trying to resonate, and they're like, bing, bing, bing. Is she playing an A note, A minor, C major? What do I get on? They're trying to align with that resonance and trying to get on board with that. But it's going to be this. It's that innocence. It's that spark of life. Think back to one of your earliest friends. Okay, when you were growing up, it didn't matter what sex they were your friend, right? And that commonality, that union, that bond, and the light in the eyes, and the comforting each other when one sorrows, the really just being more about the bond and the presence. Okay, that's how you'll know. That's how you'll know. And you're like, I already know. It's the one that opens my treasure. That my treasure feels safe. I feel completely safe around them, being who I am. Because Sagittarius, it's not that you hide having problems, you definitely don't, but you seem so at ease with them that you're able to flow and go with them, that people are just like in awe and wonder about how you move through life and you navigate the grandness of Jupiter and the cosmos. Remember the cosmos in the world and all this, you know, freedom, energy, that type of stuff going on that you often aren't seen, right? But you will be seen here. And you're like, I see you just laughing. There's Sal. Sal's just laughing all the way on this stairway to heaven. It's like, you are the tree of life. What's unique is, so remember your treasury over here, that treasury going on? That is the opening here to the stairway to heaven, because this is the high heart moving through the channels of the heart. And that someone who enjoys your company and your presence, and you enjoy theirs as well, unhindered, unbridled, that type of thing. And it's even just seeing each other's presence. Remember, we're talking about hand holding here. I'm not saying what you do or don't do, right? Because we were conjugating up here. But it's about that connection in the soul. It's about that connection on a heart channel. It's about a connection through all the, where are they? All the eyes that we've been learning about it here at Joy to the World, right? It's about that foundational principle coming in, that it's long-lasting and long-standing, and that's why it's bit by bit, step by step, and it's building it all together into this great strand, this necklace, this, like, I can't use catapult and launch because those are like words of war, but this is more like a trajectory of getting what you aim for. Going for the gold, the prize, taking your time, taking it easy. Everybody's all good and fine. The healthy fields, verdant, green, peaceful, calm, at ease. No agenda. No agenda here at all. That's fantastic. Okay, Sagittarius, so I've been seeing these call out, so I'm going to grab one of these for you guys. Let's find out about how you're going forward in this. The no agenda, collarbones open, feeling good. I see you right there. Right there. Okay. So, just step past this energy. they're saying to step to this, it's almost like some people read a daily encouragement or word of encouragement. It's like we peeled open tomorrow's word of encouragement and you're considering it today. It's like you're still a little bit in the energy of the moment of like, I'm not so sure about that, because remember the sun's setting, the day's setting, it's going down, and you're like, yeah, I know this exists. I know it's real, but is it real for me? But the thing is this is crowning the chart here. And it has to do with the life, the power that you live in, the world that you love every day and that you're devoted to. The truth occurs, the resonance occurs, and the activation of all you've worked for and invested in, lived and loved becomes real when you allow it to happen to, with, through, and for you as well. Okay? Join the party, Sagittarius. Let life love you. I know I do. Hey, we'll talk soon. Bye.